Good morning. We're here today with three digital marketing experts, Rich Hart, Tom Brook, Alex Gregory, who in 2023 this year launched another concept company. So we're going to be talking about who they are, what they do, and how another concept can potentially help you as a company with their services. Good morning to all.
Good morning.
Can you please introduce yourself and give us a bit more information on the company you just launched?
Yeah, of course. So I'm Tom, this is Alex, and this is Rich, and we're from Another Concept, a new digital marketing agency based in Leeds City Centre. We're three industry experts who've got a decade of experience each in the industry. We've worked in-house before, we've all worked in agencies, we've worked on freelance roles. And over that time, we've just thought, you know what, there's a lot of things that we'd like to do. We'd like to take our own approach to starting a business, our own approach to creating digital partnerships and working as an agency. So we've decided to do that and start working together formally.
Fantastic. Well, just going back to what you just mentioned about digital partnership. So I've been on your website, which it's very interesting. And there is a concept, a new approach to digital partnership. Can you take us through and expand on that, please?
Yes, of course. So for us, partnerships is the main word. As I said, we've worked in agencies before, we've worked in-house. We think there's too much separation between the way that a lot of agencies operate and the way that they work with, as they term, clients. And, you know, we do use the word clients as well. We think that separation is too great. We think there's a better and a more holistic way of working and creating genuine and lasting partnerships with brands. You know, it should go a lot more beyond, oh, you know, sign a 12-month retainer and we'll see what we get done. We work together, you know, digital goals are shared, and we aim to sort of be an extension of people's in-house teams. One of the key ways that we're doing that is trying to create ways of communicating that are a lot more open and a lot more honest. So we have email threads as usual, WhatsApp chats, Skype chats, Slack groups, you know, message us and talk to us in a way that you would like to communicate with us and a way that you would communicate with your in-house team as well. As part of that, sorry, go on.
Yeah, one thing I would like to mention is it's a busy market. So there's lots of digital marketing companies, consultants out there. Now, how do you differ from the competition?
We think that one of our main differentiators is how open and approachable and honest we are. We're not trying to sell people with these lofty goals and, you know, we'll pitch you and you'll get a graph that goes like this. We'll talk to you openly and honestly about your budget, what your goals are, what you want to achieve, what time frame you want to achieve it in, and then tell you how our experience can help guide you towards those goals and set realistic dates, time frames, and KPIs that we'll then report on and show you exactly what we've been doing. You know, when one of the key phrases we're using is that we want to create lasting partnerships with ambitious brands. We want to get out there and be talking to people and saying, you know, what is it that you're looking to do? What is it you're looking to achieve? How do you want to get there? We'll tell you how feasible that is and the strategies that we can use to help you get there. One of the other key differentiators that we've got is we use a flexible and fluid retainer model, which means that clients aren't tied into one specific thing. I know a lot of agencies have very specific and niche ways that they like to work, and they'll keep putting money into certain areas, regardless of the ROI that it's getting. What we will do is move that money around into the different services that will create the biggest difference at that point in time. So if we see something's working, we can move some money across and move it. If we're not quite seeing the growth we want in a certain area, we can pitch that and move it across. So we're just constantly looking and innovating and working out what is going to provide the best level of ROI.
I think that's the benefit of having such different skill sets as well. So because we've come from different backgrounds, we can genuinely recommend what's best for the company rather than just the service that we offer. I think so many agencies in the past, they just have sort of aggressive sales to do the thing that gets them the most return on investment. Us being a sort of smaller but more agile agency that has a breadth of skills means that we can recommend what we genuinely think is the best route for them. You know, we can spend a bit more time understanding them and recommending a proper strategy rather than just being an overflow service for something that a business thinks they need more of. We can take a bit of a step back and, you know, demonstrate our expertise in that area.
Yeah, and I think just with our collective experience between us, we've worked and we've seen the processes and approaches that particularly agencies that we've worked at or worked with have taken that just haven't been successful, and they've not used the client's budget in the most effective way. So we've got that point of reference, and we can fine tune something, as Tom's already said, to actually deliver results that are going to be good and strong, and they're what clients are going to. Well, they might not necessarily know that they need to work in certain areas, but they can call on us to advise them on that.
That's pretty cool. There is a human aspect and not necessarily a profit maximization as many larger corporates have. Personally, based on my experience, I'm very keen on this approach as it shows that you're in it for the long haul. It's a long-term strategy. And at the end of the day, a happy client is also a returning client.
Yeah, we're very much like that. Returning clients are happy clients. Like I said, I've worked in agencies, and then I've worked freelance for 5 years before I started doing this. I have 2 clients that I had on a freelance basis for the entirety of that time who have also come with us launching this company. Like, all we really want to do is provide really good work that the client's happy with, and that's going to make them return. As part of that, as you were mentioning about the human element as well, one thing we're really keen on and promoting is we don't use salespeople and we don't use account managers. People who partner with us talk to us, they talk to the experts that are doing their work. We're trying to take out that level of account management and salesness, and it's just, we always using your budget. It's the expert that using this, and if you've ever got a question about your account, you talk to the person that's doing the work, not an account manager who's going to get back to you in 3 or 5 business days, who will then speak to the technical account manager or however it's structured. You get answers quicker, and you talk to the person that's doing it, so they can give you a first-hand perspective of this is what actually is happening, rather than funneling through different layers of account management.
Absolutely. So what are your strategies to further promote the company?
Well, at the moment, obviously, the company is very young. We've only officially launched last month. So what we're doing at the moment is pulling together a number of case studies. We've sort of been working away in the background for a few months before we launched. And, the thing for us is we're talking a lot about we want to do really good work. The reality is we're already doing that good work. So the next step for us is pulling the case studies together and getting client sign up on the case studies so we can start pushing those out and showing to people, this isn't just talk, we're actually actively doing this work, and this is the kind of results we're generating. And that's going to allow us a lot more to get in front of businesses and say, look at this kind of thing we're doing. We can do similar things for you. If you've got goals that align with these are the kind of strategies and these are the results that we're getting from doing them. And here's what we can do with various bits of budget. We also have several kind of new business deals in the pipeline at the moment that we're working through and hoping to get signed off. So that's taking up a little bit of time as well. And then hopefully they're going to become their own, and hopefully they're going to become their own case studies. Outside of that, we're attending networking events. Me and Rich were at Digital Sport North last night talking to sports companies because we all have a keen interest in sports and sports marketing in particular and sports clients. Talking to journalists and industry insiders like yourself and, getting the brand out there, getting the story out there, explaining why we're different and making a direct plea to people, if you're interested, this sounds good, come and talk to us. And then we're also doing some LinkedIn promotion, obviously, B2B company, trying to speak to people directly on LinkedIn and find people where they are and just talking to people, really, trying to have as many conversations as we can and say, what kind of problems are you having at the moment? What are you looking to achieve? What do you want to do? Is there a way that we can work together and help you with that? And as we say, that's not aggressive. It's not salespeople going out there and doing it. It's us. And a lot of them are just conversations. We will have conversations with people and we'll chat to them and we'll say, we actually don't think we're right for you. This doesn't align for whatever reason, or you would be better served with this type of company rather than going down the digital marketing route, and that type of thing, really. And as we said before, it's all about being open, being honest, being transparent, and finding like-minded partners who think, we like what you're doing, we like what you're trying to achieve, we want to give it a go.
So I got a tricky question. I know you recently just launched. Well, where do you see, or where would you like to see the company in a couple of years?
I think we want to be true to the values that have, kicked us off and what we started doing. We certainly don't want to be one of these big corporate companies that tries to take over the world. That's not in our MO, and it's not our shared belief that we've started with. We want to grow and take on sort of more clients and bigger clients. And what we sort of envision is sort of maybe growing smaller teams within each of our areas of expertise. Obviously, that will cover SEO, content, digital PR, specific focuses on organic search. There's areas where we can, bring in more support, but ultimately we still want to retain that control. We still want to have that, expert point of contact for our clients. Even when we do get bigger and grow, we still want to maintain our, ambitions to be another concept, to be doing digital differently.
Okay, well, thank you very much. That was very insightful. And I hope you guys, gentlemen, all the best. And if you want to please reach out to Rich, Tom, and Alex and have a chat with them to see how another concept could potentially be of assistance.
Amazing. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
Thanks.